Hey, what's up guys? Real estate broker Michael here with Cashback Realty. And today what I want to talk to you about, or give you guys, I should say, are some tips for homeowners with regard to your insurance.
Okay, boy, I'm beating my best, I know. Feeling the buzz, living my life, dancing, let's make some noise.
I'm on beautiful Hollywood Beach, right? Checking out the scene. I also run a marketing and video production firm, and back about, 10, 11 years ago or so, I used to be the content producer for eHow, for About.com, for the New York Times, and a lot of those content production websites, if you go on there now, even today, you'll still see some of the videos that I produced many years ago, and I'm talking dozens of videos, probably hundreds of videos, guys, volumes of content that I used to produce for those guys with my video marketing and production company, Success Media Solutions. And I was going through the archives a few days ago, and it's amazing. Some of the videos that we produced 4, 5, 8, 9 years ago, and some of them are actually still useful today. And part of what I was commissioned to do is produce what we call evergreen content, right? That's content that is designed to be useful 5, 10 years after it was produced. So if someone searches for it, it's still useful on the internet. And sure enough, I think some of these videos pass the test. So that's what I'm gonna do now. The first one I'm gonna get into is one that we produced probably about 6 years ago or so. And it's a gentleman in the insurance industry talking about how you can document the content of your home for insurance coverage purposes.
Hi, I'm Dan O'Dess. I'm a public insurance adjuster, and I'm here to talk to you about how to calculate home contents insurance coverage. Home contents insurance coverage is the amount of coverage that you are afforded in the event of a loss or damage to your own personal property, your contents. In essence, your clothing, your pictures, your dishes, your silverware, whether it's you got robbed or in a fire and everything got burned up, all your valuables is what we're talking about here today. One of the best business practices to do is to create a spreadsheet of all your valuable contents and start to tally it up. So throughout the years as you go forward, you can make accurate record of all of these contents. So in the event of a loss, you actually have the documentation. Because one of the important things to keep in mind is the reason why you have insurance is when those losses do occur, your insurance company is entitled to ask for support documentation for those contents. So making sure that you have accurate record of them, whether it's receipts, invoices, a photograph of what it looked like prior to the loss, is really important. So put together that spreadsheet, take out a pencil, paper. Maybe you don't have access to a computer. A simple thing to do is grab a pen and paper and just start writing it down. Making sure that your agent, your broker has this information at the time that they're placing a policy is obviously a very important item. So go out there, put this stuff together, and make sure you get it over to them. In the event that you have a loss, having that information there for you and for the insurance company will expedite your claim process and make sure you get paid properly.
So another one of these, what we call evergreen content videos, is about home insurance claims and how to collect and what you should do. And I can tell you from going through this experience personally, he's talking to you about what you need to do to collect on your home insurance claim and the right way to do it.
Hi, I'm Dan O'Dess. I'm a public insurance adjuster. And one of the things that I do as a public insurance adjuster is I teach people how to maximize their home insurance claim. And that's what this segment's about. How to maximize your home insurance claim. Rule of thumb, collect first and then rebuild. Most people do it backwards. They start to rebuild and then they collect. It's one of the most important pieces or most important advice that I can probably give you is collect and then rebuild. Your insurance policy requires you to protect your property and to mitigate your damages. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? That means protect your property from further damage. Fix the pipe, stop it from continuing to leak, call 911, have the fire department out there to put out the fire. So important things to remember here. Collect and then rebuild. Don't rebuild and then collect. Only mitigate. Mitigating as per your policy, and what the insurance company requires you to do is stop it from getting worse. So keep in mind, as you move through the insurance process, the insurance company is going to send out what are called independent adjusters or company insurance adjusters. Independent adjusters and company adjusters legally represent the interest of the insurance company. One of the other things you can do is you can hire one of me, a public insurance adjuster. A public insurance adjuster represents your interest. And what a public insurance adjuster does is he goes out there and actually does an assessment on your behalf for the full value of your loss. They put together your estimate, your scope of your damages. They work with your insurance companies to make sure they negotiate your final settlement. So keep in mind, your settlements are negotiable. So whether you do or don't hire a public insurance adjuster to represent your interest, make sure that you keep in mind, just like buying a car, you're selling your damages to your insurance company. Work with them, negotiate, be totally cooperative with them. The more fuss and aggravation you cause for them, the harder and longer it's going to take for you to get paid. So fully cooperate. Document everything. If you talk with someone on the phone, if they email you, go get a manila folder or a folder of any kind. Start sticking those documents in there. Collect all your invoices and receipts, because your policy also requires you for in the event of any loss, for you to collect all your invoices and receipts for your damages.
Useful information there, but I want to piggyback off of something he said as that helicopter flies over my head. A lot of times, and I'm going to use myself as an example of what I just went through a few months ago with regard to a claim from a leaking faucet inside my bathroom. So there was a faucet leaking in the upstairs bathroom that I ended up having to do a claim on. And whenever that happens, hopefully it never happens to you, but whenever that happens, you'll usually need to call a damage mitigation company, a company that can help you fix it, a company that can help you mitigate the damages, because that's one of the first things your insurance company is going to require that you do, right? If there's a leak, you need to first stop the leak, make sure it doesn't get any worse. Now, be careful with these companies, right? Because I didn't even know this, right? This is new information to me, but a lot of these companies are like ambulance chasers, right? They'll come in, they'll, try to get on your good side and pretend that they're your friends. Oh, we're going to help you with the insurance company, when really a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, what they're trying to do is get you to sign what's called an AOB, an assignment of benefits. And that essentially says, hey, we're the ones who are going to deal with the insurance company from now on. You essentially do exactly what it says, right? Assign over all your benefits to this company. So when the insurance company pays out the check to fix your house or to repair whatever damages were done, they're making it payable to that company. Be very, very careful, because what happened to me is that the company that I called to come in and check out how much water damage was done to my house, they had me sign this AOB, and they did not disclose the part of it that by Florida law has to be disclosed. And I'm putting it up on the screen now so you guys can see what it looks like. It needs to be in bold writing. They need to disclose to you that you do not need to sign it. They need to disclose how long you have to rescind the deal or rescind your signature if in the event that you do sign it. I'll tell you a quick story. The funny thing is, the guy that came into my house, young kid, had it on an iPad, had the form on an iPad, showed it to me. I'm sitting there on my couch, I'm asking him questions, and here's what he did. He basically scrolled through it and omitted the second form, the second page of the form that he should have disclosed to me. Did not disclose it at all. I mean, straight up scammed me, or attempted to scam me. Luckily, I have friends, who are in the insurance industry that I talked to them about, and they asked me, they said, hey, did you see this particular disclosure, and did you sign that part of the disclosure? And I'm like, no, I didn't. So I quickly called them the next day and I told them, listen, come get whatever equipment you have. Don't even come in my house. I actually left it outside for them to pick it up. Yeah, that's how I was really upset. Okay, let's put it that way. But yeah, guys, watch out for that. It's called an AOB. And in my humble opinion, there's never any reason for anyone to sign an assignment of benefits, when you're dealing with your insurance company to get coverage for damage or any kind of water or roof or whatever it may be that happened to your house. So I wanted to put that out there because it's an experience that I went through a few months ago, and I don't want you guys to have to deal with it, because then if you sign the AOB over to them, you're basically assigning your rights to these people, right? Whatever monies the insurance company pays out essentially belongs to them, right? And they can, charge whatever they want. They can, end up, saying, hey, this, needs more money, or you need to pay out of pocket, or whatever. It could turn into a nightmare, right? And I don't want you guys to go through that. So let me know if you found it useful. Let me know if I can ever help you with anything. Have a good day.